If you put the words last movie star Tom Cruise into the search engine of your choice, what you'll probably find is lots of articles from 2022 discussing Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick obviously made $1.5 billion, and Steven Spielberg was captured on video saying that Tom Cruise saved movie theatres because of the success of this movie. But that was last year. Now he's in a different franchise. A franchise where the first movie was in 1996, 27 years ago. And Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is an absolutely magnificent action movie and something that deserves to be seen in a cinema. From the opening scene, it has tight, efficient storytelling combined with an ability to fully build out the spectacle of the action scenes that just build and build on each other and get bigger and bigger as the movie goes on. I think the comparison for 2023 movies is John Wick 4, but for me, this movie is just a bit better in action and definitely in terms of story. The movie starts off in a Russian submarine that's doing some super top secret activities on the North Pole. They've got some kind of supercomputer to help them, but the supercomputer turns on them, kills the crew, and that's our enemy for this movie. It's an artificial intelligence. They spend the next part of the movie setting up the threat, and the film works very well at setting up a sense of existential dread. So they talk about the compromise of social media, how the AI, which they call the entity, hijacks communication so people don't know who they're talking to, how it can rewrite websites, how it can rewrite CCTV images in real time. Basically, all information that's electronic. So there's a very modern and relevant feeling save the world type of a threat, but the film is also very good at turning this into personal stakes for the characters. So the IMF crew, which in this movie is Cruise, Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames, are very tech dependent, and it's very nice how they realise as the movie goes on, they slowly get to understand they can't trust the technology that they rely on, and they have to use other methods. So the story's good, but the meat of these movies is obviously the action scenes. So the first major sequence is in Abu Dhabi, and it's more tense than Big Bangs. After it moves to Rome and Venice and then the Alps, it just gets bigger and bigger. So in each sequence, the action starts small and then builds up. That's true in each location and in each subsequent location as well. So the bike jump from the trailer, that's in the final sequence, but I don't think that's the best action sequence there is. For me, that's the train. So the final sequence in the train, just when you think it's over, there's more and there's more and there's more. So it has a long runtime, 160 minutes, but I think this movie totally earns it. There's also a very big cast. There's returning characters from the previous movie, Mission Impossible Fallout, but you don't need to re-watch that movie to enjoy this one. So I'll just pick out a few members of the cast that I thought were particularly good. The first one was Hayley Atwell. She makes a great duo with Tom Cruise. So think of the short, efficient character development work from 80s films like Aliens or Predator. There's just enough character work there to make her feel well-rounded. Then there's Esai Morales as the main human villain, who's got the same kind of charm and danger that he showed in Ozark. And the other one that I would pull out is Pom Klementieff, who doesn't have a lot to do in this movie, but is very, very good when the camera is on her. So I hope to see more of her in part 2. By the end of part 1, there is a satisfying conclusion. The danger is temporarily averted while leaving things set up for part 2 next year. But I wouldn't wait until next year to see part 1. Go and see this movie. It's designed to entertain you. I think it's absolutely worth seeing at the cinema.